The shocking news has just broken. Jim Jones, one of the most recognized figures in hip-hop, has reportedly been arrested by the FBI in a high-profile drug-related case. Fans and insiders are stunned as the details of the arrest continue to emerge, leaving many questioning the future of his career and reputation. According to sources, this is not just a routine arrest, it involves a carefully orchestrated federal investigation, suggesting serious legal trouble ahead. Insiders reveal that authorities have been monitoring Jim Jones for months, collecting evidence that allegedly links him to illegal substances. While the specifics of the case are still under wraps, industry insiders suggest that this arrest could have far-reaching consequences, potentially ending a career that has spanned decades in the music industry. Social media has erupted with speculation, reactions, and debates, as fans try to piece together the facts while grappling with the shocking nature of the news. Friends close to Jim Jones describe him as shaken and stunned by the sudden federal action. While many had assumed past legal issues were behind him, this arrest reportedly caught him off guard, leaving his team scrambling to assess the legal ramifications. Fans are divided. Some express disbelief, others fear the worst for his career, and many are watching closely for official statements and court updates. This arrest isn't just about the legal implications. It threatens to impact endorsements, partnerships, and future projects, raising questions about whether Jim Jones' career in music and entertainment can survive this federal scrutiny. As the story unfolds, every detail post, an official update will be analyzed, making this one of the most explosive celebrity stories in recent memory. Stay tuned, because the full story behind the arrest, the investigation, and what it means for Jim Jones' future is just getting started. The hip-hop community was sent into shock when news broke that Jim Jones, a prominent figure in the industry and one of the founding members of the Diplomats, was arrested by the FBI in connection with a federal drug investigation. Friends, fans, and insiders alike are stunned, as the arrest not only puts Jim Jones' freedom at stake, but also casts a shadow over his decades-long career in music. Sources close to the situation confirm that this is part of a well-coordinated federal investigation, suggesting serious consequences beyond a simple arrest. According to insiders, the FBI had been monitoring Jim Jones for months. The investigation allegedly involved a combination of surveillance, informants, and evidence collection that eventually led to the arrest. While the specific charges are still under review, sources indicate that the case could involve possession, distribution, and other serious federal drug-related offenses. Legal experts say that if convicted, these charges could carry substantial prison time and permanent damage to his public image. Friends close to Jim Jones describe him as completely blindsided by the arrest, while he has had previous encounters with law enforcement. Sources say that this FBI action is on a whole different level due to its federal nature. The arrest reportedly took place early in the morning, with agents executing a highly coordinated operation at his residence. Eyewitnesses describe seeing multiple unmarked vehicles and federal officers taking the rapper into custody in a swift, professional manner. Social media immediately exploded with reactions. Fans are divided between disbelief, concern, and outright speculation. Many are questioning whether Jim Jones' career, which has included decades of hits, collaborations, and ventures, could survive the fallout from a federal drug investigation. Others are defending him, expressing hope that this will be a misunderstanding or that he can fight the charges successfully in court. Analysts note that the public response demonstrates the intense scrutiny faced by high-profile celebrities, particularly when legal troubles intersect with fame. Industry insiders also warn that the arrest could impact Jim Jones' ongoing projects, partnerships, and endorsements. Reports suggest that several collaborators and record labels are reevaluating their ties to the rapper, concerned about public perception and potential legal entanglements. Friends suggest that beyond the personal consequences, the arrest could derail upcoming music releases, performances, and business ventures. The ripple effects of federal scrutiny in the entertainment industry are often far-reaching. affecting not only the individual but also associates and partners. Sources close to Jim Jones indicate that he is now fully aware of the gravity of the situation. Friends say he is in communication with legal counsel and is focused on understanding the charges, gathering documentation, and planning his defense. Despite the shock, insiders describe him as determined to navigate the legal process with strategic guidance. Although the emotional toll of the arrest has reportedly been significant, legal experts suggest that federal drug charges are among the most serious a celebrity can face. The FBI's involvement typically indicates the scale and severity of the alleged crimes, which can involve mandatory minimum sentences, probation limitations, and restrictions on business activities. For a public figure like Jim Jones, who has maintained a substantial presence in the music industry and beyond, the legal, financial, and reputational stakes are enormous. Friends also reveal that the arrest comes at a particularly challenging time in Jim Jones' career. With recent projects, tours, and collaborations underway, the federal investigation threatens to pause or completely derail his momentum, leaving fans anxious and media outlets eager for updates. The timing has magnified the shock, as many believe the rapper had been navigating his career more cautiously after previous legal encounters. Social media continues to play a crucial role in amplifying the story. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are filled with reactions, videos, and commentary from fans, influencers, and other artists. Analysts note that the viral nature of celebrity arrests can intensify public pressure, often forcing the celebrity to address the situation publicly, whether through statements, interviews, or legal representatives. Every post, rumor, and insider revelation is being scrutinized, fueling ongoing discussion and speculation. Industry insiders suggest that the FBI's arrest of Jim Jones may also involve coordinated efforts to seize assets or examine financial records. Given the federal scope of the investigation, experts explain that federal investigations often extend beyond simple arrests to include property, financial, and digital evidence, all of which can have long-term ramifications. For Jim Jones, this means that the impact of the arrest could extend far beyond legal fees, court dates, and potential sentencing. It could reshape his financial and professional landscape entirely. Friends close to Jim Jones report that despite the intensity of the arrest, he is leaning on his personal support system for guidance and emotional support. Family members, close friends, and management teams are reportedly coordinating to ensure that he navigates the process safely and strategically. Sources indicate that maintaining composure, gathering evidence, and preparing for legal proceedings are the immediate priorities, while the arrest itself has made headlines. Insiders suggest that the fallout will continue for months. The public, media, and industry professionals are all closely monitoring the situation, with every development potentially influencing public perception, business partnerships, and career opportunities. Analysts point out that for a figure like Jim Jones, the consequences of a federal arrest can reverberate long after the initial news breaks, affecting both professional credibility and personal relationships. In summary, Jim Jones' arrest by the FBI over drug allegations is a pivotal moment in his career. Friends, legal experts, and industry insiders all stress the seriousness of the situation, emphasizing the potential legal and professional consequences. Social media and fans have amplified the story, creating intense public scrutiny and ongoing speculation. As the situation unfolds, it's clear that the rapper faces a challenging road ahead, balancing legal strategies, public perception, and the future of his career. The shockwaves from Jim Jones' FBI arrest are reverberating not just through the hip-hop industry, but across mainstream media and social platforms. Fans, insiders, and collaborators alike are grappling with the fallout, while legal experts weigh in on what this means for both the rapper and the future of his career. According to sources, the arrest is part of a federal investigation into drug-related activities, and authorities have reportedly gathered significant evidence over months of surveillance. Friends close to Jim Jones reveal that he is still coming to terms with the gravity of the situation. While he has dealt with legal issues in the past, This FBI involvement is markedly different due to its federal scope. Sources describe him as shaken but resolute, emphasizing that he is now fully aware of the potential consequences. The arrest reportedly included seizure of digital devices and other materials that authorities believe could contain evidence, adding another layer of pressure to the already tense situation. Insiders suggest that the investigation did not happen overnight. Federal authorities had allegedly been monitoring activities for months, coordinating efforts with informants and collecting documentation that could be used in court. This level of scrutiny indicates the seriousness of the allegations and the potential consequences if charges are substantiated. Analysts suggest that cases like these often have long legal timelines, with numerous hearings, motions, and investigations extending over months, or even years. The impact on Jim Jones' career is already becoming evident. Industry insiders note that upcoming projects, collaborations, and partnerships are being reconsidered by labels and sponsors, who are wary of the negative attention and potential legal entanglements. Tours, live performances, promotional events are reportedly on hold as teams work to assess the situation and mitigate reputational damage. Friends suggest that the ripple effect of a federal arrest can extend far beyond immediate legal implications, affecting both personal and professional aspects of an artist's life. Social media has amplified this story to unprecedented levels. Fans and commentators are dissecting every post, interview, and update, speculating on the charges, potential outcomes, and what it means for Jim Jones' legacy. Some express disbelief, emphasizing his previous accomplishments and contributions to hip-hop culture, while others anticipate the worst, assuming the federal charges could spell the end of his career. Analysts point out that the intensity of social media reaction can influence public perception, sometimes even impacting jury considerations in highly publicized cases. Legal experts emphasize the severity of federal drug charges. Unlike local arrests, a federal investigation often involves mandatory minimum sentences, extensive documentation, and the possibility of long-term incarceration. Sources confirm that Jim Jones' legal team is currently strategizing, reviewing evidence, and preparing motions to protect his rights and challenge the prosecution's case. Friends close to the rapper indicate that he is cooperating fully while also ensuring that he does not make any public statements that could jeopardize his defense. Industry insiders highlight that arrests of this magnitude have a ripple effect on associates and collaborators. Friends, business partners, and label executives are reportedly reassessing ongoing projects, contracts, and public affiliations. Analysts suggest that even if charges are eventually reduced or dismissed, the initial shock of the FBI arrest can have lasting consequences, affecting everything from endorsements to media opportunities. Friends describe Jim Jones as determined to navigate the legal process strategically. While the arrest has undeniably caused emotional strain, sources emphasize his focus on clarifying the situation, maintaining professional integrity, and preparing for the next legal steps. Emotional support from family, close friends, and management teams is reportedly crucial as he faces intense public scrutiny alongside federal legal proceedings. Public response continues to escalate. Social media platforms are flooded with speculation, memes, commentary, and insider leaks, making it difficult for fans to separate fact from rumor. Analysts note that in high-profile celebrity cases, misinformation can spread quickly, compounding public pressure and adding complexity to legal strategies. Every post, comment, and video is analyzed for clues, with fans attempting to decipher the trajectory of both the legal case and the rapper's career. Sources suggest that the arrest could also involve asset freezes and financial investigations, as is common in federal drug cases. Experts warn that these measures can significantly impact a celebrity's ability to manage business ventures, pay legal fees, and maintain personal security. For Jim Jones, this means that the legal fallout may extend far beyond court appearances, creating challenges for both personal and professional stability. Insiders reveal that Jim Jones team is actively coordinating with legal experts to mitigate the impact on his public image. While the arrest is undeniably damaging, sources say that strategic messaging, careful communication, and managing social media narratives are key to maintaining credibility with fans and the industry. Analysts note that celebrities facing federal charges often rely heavily on PR teams and trusted advisors to navigate the intense public scrutiny that accompanies high-profile arrests. The emotional toll on Jim Jones is reportedly significant. Friends describe feelings of stress, anxiety, and frustration as he comes to terms with both the legal and public consequences of the arrest. Despite this, insiders stress that his focus remains on cooperation with legal authorities, protecting his rights and preparing a strong defense. Emotional support from trusted allies is playing a critical role in helping him navigate the high-pressure situation. This arrest also raises broader questions about accountability, celebrity culture, and the consequences of public scrutiny. Analysts emphasize that federal investigations into drug-related activities highlight the stakes involved when high-profile figures are subject to both legal and media attention. The combination of personal decisions, public perception, and federal scrutiny creates a uniquely intense scenario, testing the resilience of celebrities like Jim Jones in unprecedented ways. As the legal process unfolds, insiders warn that this story will continue to dominate headlines. Every court appearance, motion filing, and media statement is likely to be analyzed extensively by fans, industry insiders, and commentators. The pressure on Jim Jones to manage both legal and public dynamics is enormous, requiring strategic thinking, measured responses, and careful coordination with his legal team. In summary, the FBI's arrest of Jim Jones on drug-related charges represents a pivotal moment in his life and career. The combination of federal investigation, media scrutiny, and public reaction creates a highly charged environment with far-reaching consequences. Friends, insiders, and legal experts all stress the seriousness of the situation, noting that while the immediate arrest is just the beginning, the fallout will likely extend over months or even years. The aftermath of Jim Jones' arrest by the FBI has left the hip-hop world in shock, and the full scope of the situation is beginning to emerge. Sources indicate that the arrest was part of a meticulously planned federal operation, suggesting that authorities were determined to build a strong case. Friends and insiders describe the rapper as stunned but determined to navigate the legal challenges ahead, aware that both his freedom and his career are on the line. The arrest reportedly involved not only Jim Jones himself, but also the seizure of various materials that could serve as evidence in the federal case. This includes digital devices, financial records, and other documentation that investigators believe are linked to drug-related activities. Legal experts suggest that the presence of such evidence significantly raises the stakes, as it could be used to establish a pattern of behavior or involvement over time. Friends close to Jim Jones confirm that his legal team is actively reviewing the seized materials and developing strategies to contest the claims. Social media has been relentless, with fans, influencers, and media outlets dissecting every detail. Clips of the arrest, speculation about charges, and insider commentary have flooded platforms, driving engagement and fueling public discussion. Some fans express disbelief, emphasizing Jim Jones' contributions to hip-hop and long-standing career achievements, while others are quick to speculate that this arrest may signal the end of his career. Analysts note that such intense scrutiny can amplify the emotional and psychological pressure on the individual involved, complicating an already high-stakes legal process. Industry insiders have also reported that several upcoming projects and collaborations involving Jim Jones are now in jeopardy. Partnerships with record labels, sponsors, and other artists are reportedly being reassessed as parties evaluate the potential impact of federal charges on their own reputations. Sources suggest that this uncertainty has left fans and collaborators anxious. With many, the arrest has also ignited discussion about celebrity accountability and public scrutiny. Fans and media alike are examining how fame intersects with legal responsibilities, highlighting the delicate balance between personal behavior and public persona. Analysts point out that when high-profile figures face federal investigations, the combination of legal risk, media attention, and fan engagement can create unprecedented pressure, forcing celebrities to make calculated decisions about communication, behavior, and professional priorities, according to insiders. The immediate fallout includes a mix of emotional strain and professional recalibration. Friends describe Jim Jones as grappling with anxiety and frustration but remaining focused on long-term strategies to protect his career. Sources suggest that the support of family management and legal advisors has been critical in helping him maintain clarity and navigate the escalating public attention. The environment is described as high pressure, with every move scrutinized by fans, media, and collaborators. Industry experts note that this arrest may have long-term implications for Jim Jones' career, even if the charges are later reduced or resolved favorably. The initial media coverage and public perception can affect endorsements, partnerships, and fan loyalty. Sources indicate that artists in similar situations often face reputational challenges that extend far beyond legal outcomes, emphasizing the importance of strategic public relations and careful management of professional relationships. Friends and insiders emphasize that while the arrest is serious, Jim Jones is committed to handling it strategically. He is reportedly avoiding public statements that could jeopardize his legal position, while working closely with his legal team to prepare for upcoming proceedings. Observers note that in federal cases, maintaining composure, controlling narratives, and following legal advice are essential to achieving the best possible outcome. The ongoing saga has kept fans and the media captivated, with every development analyzed for clues about the charges, the investigation, and the potential consequences. Analysts predict that the story will continue to unfold over weeks or months. As the federal case progresses and both legal and public dynamics play out, the pressure on Jim Jones is intense, with the combination of personal, professional, and reputational stakes creating a uniquely high-stress situation. As the investigation continues, insiders suggest that Jim Jones' legal team may pursue negotiations, motions, or other legal strategies to mitigate potential sentencing and preserve his professional standing. Friends emphasize that the combination of strategic legal action, controlled public messaging, and emotional support will be critical in navigating the fallout. Analysts note that the ability to balance these elements effectively can determine both the outcome of the legal case and the survival of his career in the long term. In conclusion, Jim Jones' arrest by the FBI represents a pivotal moment in his personal and professional life. The federal nature of the investigation, combined with the intensity of public scrutiny and media coverage, creates a high-stakes environment with far-reaching consequences. From legal strategy to professional partnerships and emotional resilience, every aspect of his life is now under pressure, and the coming months will likely determine the trajectory of both his career and personal reputation. The arrest of Jim Jones by the FBI over drug-related charges has sent shockwaves through hip-hop and the entertainment industry. Fans are left questioning the future of his career, while media and industry insiders closely watch every development. This is more than just an arrest. It's a federal investigation that could carry serious consequences, including prison time, financial repercussions, and long-term reputational damage. As the legal process unfolds, Jim Jones' next moves will be crucial. Will he fight the charges, negotiate a settlement, or face a drawn-out legal battle? The outcome will not only affect his personal freedom, but could also determine whether his career survives in the entertainment world. Fans, collaborators, and the media are watching every statement, post, and interview, trying to decipher what the future holds. Stay tuned for exclusive updates and insider insights on this explosive story. We'll break down every court development, every legal maneuver, and every public reaction, ensuring you stay informed on one of the most dramatic celebrity cases in recent history. From FBI investigations to social media backlash, The saga of Jim Jones' arrest is far from over. Follow closely, because the next revelations could dramatically change everything: his career, public perception, and personal life. You don't want to miss a single moment as we continue to track this high-stakes federal investigation and its unfolding impact on one of hip-hop's most recognized figures.